Hello, everyone. This is Dr. and Master Rulin. I'm so delighted to have this live Facebook event to answer some questions of Tao Science students about our new course, which is Law of Tao Yin Yang Creation. This is a very, very exciting course, and the wisdom in this course is so profound, it literally going to liberate you and help you remove so much blockages, actually all blockages, if you really practice hard with this wisdom and practice in this class. Because wisdom is so profound. So every Monday, and actually since next week, every Thursday, we will do a question and answer session, so that we can really help you truly understand the wisdom in the Tao Science course, Law of Tao Yin Yang Creation. Before I start, I want to say hi to everyone, and thank you so much for all of you joining me. And there's so many people, and I want to send my love to all of you. Thank you for joining me. And I want to also first give my greatest gratitude to all of you, and because of your support and your love, and we had a wonderful last weekend, the workshops, and it was truly amazing. And I'm very grateful to the heaven to give us amazing wisdoms, and definitely the wisdom become clear, more and more clear, and more applicable, more powerful. So which is truly very amazing. So thank you for joining me. And so everybody saying hi, thank you so much. And and also all of you, please feel free to put your question here. So I'll be watching it. And also we have some question has been asked before. Let me just first answer some of those. So Eric Chen asked about, so let me first review what we have learned last week. Yes. Thank you so much. So feel free to ask questions. Okay. If I did not answer your question, you can post it again. You copy it and post it again, so that make sure somehow catch my attention. Okay, thank you so much. So last week we talked about in the first class, we talked about everything has two aspects. Everything has two aspects, yin and yang. Masculine and feminine, up and front, up and down, fire and water, going up, contracting, expanding, ugly and beautiful. Everything has two sides. And so these two sides, they are opposite. Yeah. Ugly and, contracting and expanding, or giving and receiving, they're opposite. But this law also teaches us some very profound wisdom, that they are co-created. So left is only a left because when it's compared to the right, and up is only up because comparing with something down. So it's relative. So it is. So this pair, yin yang pair, they are co-created. They are inseparable, and also they're relative. Okay, there's four characters, and it's very important to understand this law. And when you truly understand this law, you will. There are many blockages can be removed. So this weekend, we want everybody trying to understand this, and also find out everything has two sides. So if you have a challenge in your life, that's because you only see one side. So look into some of challenges in your life, find out what's the other side. Okay, so any of you have any questions? So Oliver says something. I had an aha moment when you said, Buddha said everything is emptiness. Everything comes from your heart. Could you go into this wisdom with yin yang? Are we basically feeling emptiness with yin yang because our heart detects yin yang through judgment and detachment? I wonder what's so everything is yin yang, and Buddha realized everything is emptiness, and so the yin yang, but the emptiness. So emptiness is the emptiness. How our physical world is manifested is through the yin yang. So everything we see, everything we experience is created through the yin yang. That's why that cycle: one creates two, two creates three, three creates one wu. So that is, we'll talk about that more, okay, Oliver. So I will not. And then Mariella and Schaefer ask, I'm wondering what's yin and yang of every heavy war. Yes. So the war is, you can think about the war is not good. So, that is negative side of the war. But maybe looking to, if you think, you only can think of negative side about the war, you still have karma about the war. Looking to good side of the war. Something happened because we have attachment. Anything unbalanced happened because we have attachment to one side. So light and dark always appear together. If we only see the light, we don't want to see the dark. It's just like we just want to stay during the day. We don't want to have a night. That's not natural. If you only want a day, that is also not good for our health. Yes, we live in, so the yin yang world always have two sides. If you only see one side, you have a blockage. Your sight is limited. So 大宽恕, the greatest forgiveness, the 宽 actually means you open your sight and see everything. If you cannot see everything, then you still have not, your forgiveness is still not complete. So looking to good side of the war, everything has good side. Everything has good side. The war has a good side. The war happens for a reason, because of karma. Because in the past, one side has damaged the other side. Buddha's family, Shakyamuni Buddha, his family, when he was alive, his whole Shakyamuni family was massacred. There's even students trying to save his whole family, because some of the students is very powerful, has many abilities, and they will not be able to. And so Shakyamuni explained, why it happened. So their family, they used to have a big lake, and in the lake there's a lot of fish. So the family is very greedy, and once it is gathered, catch, it took out all the water and eat all the fish. And they also got a huge fish, very, humongous fish. And the family was celebrating, and they killed the fish and eat it. And eat all the fish in the lake. So what happened? Those fish reincarnated as this army, and they revenged and killed all his family. Of course, Buddha, escaped, because Buddha was not with his family at that moment. he was become leader, right? Become Buddha. So everything has a reason. So are we, if in the war, if we don't know this, how everything played out, if we don't see all the sides, and we take sides, and then the hatred and all the frustrations, everything's going to occur. So that's why you have to see the two sides. If you see the two sides, then you will have peace. And then you will have a wisdom. And then you know how to deal with everything. If you only see one side, it's going to drive you crazy. And it's going to make you very angry, upset, frustrated. So looking to the other side of the war also has some positive part. Even Dalai Lama, for example, one of my friends knows Dalai Lama very well. And he was telling me, he said, "Oh, I love Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama told me that, oh, it is great Communist Party drive us out of Tibet." He said, Tibet at that time is very corrupt. It was really not a good situation for Tibetan people. And it is actually also a good thing for us to get out of Tibet so we can spread, Buddhism. So you have to see the good side, yes? So Dalai Lama is really actually fortunate. If he stayed in Tibet, he will be in that corrupt system. Because Tibet, what happened at that time, it is slavery. And they use the Tibetan Buddhism to control people, to slave people. So it's really not a very good, that's why, the most Tibetan people actually support Chinese communists at that time. That's why they will be able to take it over. Otherwise, it would be a lot worse. And but Tibet, but Dalai Lama was able to escape, and he spread the Buddhism all over the world. He got Nobel Peace Prize, and the more people get to know him and learn about Buddhism. So it's a perfect situation. So we have to see the other side. Okay? So please see the other side. Yeah, so Sabine said, in a war, people come closer and support each other, even they don't know each other. So yeah, so that is one benefit. So Jennifer Connery's asked one question. One of my issues is back pain. Can the yang be my past life as a soldier, and the yin be my remorse for the harm I caused? Also, I fought for some good causes in some lifetimes to free people from tyranny. Yeah, so the back pain is true, it's because we have caused pain to other people. But so think about, so what is a good side of the back pain? Back pain obviously bring you the, the pain it's suffering. But the pain comes, why is to pay off your debts? Why is teach you a lesson? So the good part about the pain. So the pain is actually your teacher. So find out what is that lesson. If you truly learn the lesson, then that pain will be gone. So that what we have been teaching in the second course, Tao Science, second course. So we have to see the both sides. Yeah, good and bad, good and bad. And so let's see the Eric Chen asked, can you please talk about trust relating to letting go of attachment to only seeing one side? Yes, so trust. So if you know everything has two sides, right? Then, so when you are having extreme difficulties, and you should have trust, there's good things is going to coming, and that actually the good things is also existing in this situation. So you need to trust, yes. And also when you have great success, everything seems to go so smooth, and everything seems so perfect. Somehow all your wishes is being fulfilled. At that moment, you should also know there's the other side. Some challenges and difficulty might just be around the corner. So in that case, so when you are in the difficulty, trust this is just temporary. At the dark at night, the day just around the corner. The light, the sun is just going to rise very soon. And also when you're extreme smooth, very successful at the peak of your success, you need to also know there are danger and difficult time might come. So you will prepare, right? You will prepare for the difficult times. Put some money, some resources, and also take a caution. What is the side effects of a lot of things? And if you do this, then your life could be always smooth. I mean, relative is always relative, right? And also, even we have, the difficulties also make us, more, the challenge is also a good thing, right? Because it uplifts us to have more abilities, to deal with things, to know more people, to get in touch with the other side. So really, you don't need to worry about if you have difficulties. Difficulty has good things and also bring us more opportunities. So this is something we need to really know about. Yes? So I want to make sure this is doing good. Okay. So, and also there are other questions. I hope this is okay. And so also we have another question from, and also Eric's asking about balancing both physical and spiritual. So like we have talked about, physical and spiritual are two sides of the yin and yang. Physical is to serve spiritual. So everything we do in the physical world is to help us to have, to grow our soul and our to reach the divine and the Tao. On the other hand, our spiritual journey, if we just pay attention to our spiritual journey, that's not enough. We also need to pay attention to the physical journey, because our physical reality basically tells us how well we are doing in our spiritual journey. The prosperity and also how we feel in a physical life give us a very direct telling how we're doing in our spiritual qualities. So if we really pay attention to both, then our life is really then both sides can prosper, and then a spiritual journey can grow and a physical life will grow. If you only put one side, then you cannot grow in either side. Yes? So our physical journey, if we want to uplift, do better in our physical life, then we also, improve our soul, our heart, our mind. Otherwise, you can only grow certain amount in certain level. You cannot grow anymore. So both the yin yang are important. If we do both, and then both can help each other to grow to a higher and higher level. Okay. So we have another question from Caroline Samuela. So she's asking about, because of Mother Earth's transition, we have so many tasks and everything is so urgent. We cannot practice enough, learn enough, serve enough. But all of these things are actions, yang. In my understanding, the yin is rest and sleep. I often feel there is no time to rest. I would not accomplish many tasks if I would rest more. So is it important to rest more or to accomplish all the tasks we are giving? In fact, I often feel disbalanced and exhausted, but I heard the teaching that we just give us the information that we have to sleep or rest. We should give us a new information, and we will not need to rest to sleep as much. But I have the experience that this doesn't work so fast. So do you think we can overcome our yin-yang nature by just changing the message? Is this our task, or do we have to balance it by sleeping more? Thank you so much for helping me to get clear. Very good question. And, I would say, if you feel exhausted, rest. We do need a balance. We do need a balance that we need. Actually, if you balance, you're going to work better. If you rest, you can do better. You can fulfill your task much better. If you keep pushing yourself, so tight, you actually cannot really function very well. The yin yang has to come balanced. The day will go with the night, night will come with the day. This is the nature is always balanced. The Tao follows the natural's way. If you only want to work, don't want to rest, then your work quality will not be good. You cannot get your task actually done that way. So lately, I got sick, and I love it. I'm getting sick. I normally very rarely get sick. So if I get sick, I'm just like, wow, this is great. I got sick. Because there's so much good side to the sickness. It actually can help enhance my immunity. It can, because I'm not, normally I don't give myself, I love doing things, and so I don't give myself much time to rest. So this is reminding me, okay, I need to rest, and also give myself excuse. I can rest. And so and then when I rest, it turns out actually I do everything better. So everything has a good side. Everything needs balance. But also, if you really reach down, and this is a course we eventually going to add up to. If you really reach down, you actually, every moment you're balancing. You are resting when you're working. And you are working when you're resting. Yes, you can just, this state is possible. But right now, most people cannot reach that state. So that is Tao state. Tao is yin and yang completely together. Yin yang he yi, right? This is what we're going to get to. But right now, I want you to learn to recognize everything has two sides. We're still at the course, class 1, right? To learn what is the two sides. I can see a lot of you don't know how to find out the two sides. That takes deep wisdom. That's why I want you all gather together to study together in a study group and learn from each other how to find the yin-yang aspect. And how to find out everything has a good side and negative sides. Yes? Okay. Yeah, so not overcome. We cannot overcome. Actually, to reach the yin yang he yi, to reach Tao, is by recognizing it and honoring, respect each one of them. It's not by overcome. This is this language means you still do not understand. We're still at the class 1, so that's okay. But make sure you do the homework, okay? Yeah. So thank you for asking for these questions. And so Caroline asked more questions. And so I think he's also asking about the war. So Master Rulin, I thank you. I'm looking forward to listening to your events. Yes, yesterday I reflect on the light side and dark side of creation. Are they a yin-yang pair also? Yes. If yes, we couldn't be in balance by just seeing love. And this doesn't make sense. So love must be an absolute quality also, like Master Sha teaches, a quality of Tao. So in the yin-yang world, there is a dark side and the light side. And here, we do not have to live both sides, but focus on one side to jump out of the yin-yang. And here, we do not have to live both sides, but focus on one side to jump out of yin-yang. So if I have challenge in relationships, I have to be compassionate and loving. But love has yin and yang aspects too, accepting what it is and acting to change drawbacks. So properly, we can act in an unpleasant way, confronting soul with something, set boundaries, but out of love. So there is a loving way of anger. Do you agree with that? Or do you have any other perception of this topic? Okay, that is also a good question. So yes, it's true. There is dark side and light side. This is a pair of yin yang. And the Tao, to go back to Tao, we need to unify the dark side and light side and go back to Tao together. But also we have to realize, but what is love? Love is to honor everyone, everything. Love is to honor both sides. That is love. Love is to honor both yin and yang. That love is don't discriminate. Love don't say, Tao don't say, oh, you are so, I don't like you. Tao, honor, respect, and love everyone, everything. And so that is love. This is a love we need to learn. So when people judge, I love this, I love that, I don't love that. And that is not love. That's just judging. That's just take sides or, it's really not loving. So love is to honor, respect everything as it is. There's winter, there's summer. There's fall, there's spring. Love is to see the secretness in summer and also winter. See the secretness in spring and the fall. See the secretness and divinity in the daylight and also the nighttime, the darkest night. Both has its purpose. So what would be, so Jennifer asking, Jennifer Connie asking, what would be the good for poor digestion? Jennifer, I don't know what you're asking about. Digestion and the reflux. I'm struggling with this. I know I polluted the food in a past life and it caused a lot of suffering. So I guess you want to see the good and the bad aspect of it. So bad is your suffering, and the good is there's something you can learn from this situation. So find the lesson and then learn it. Find the love in this situation and honor, respect. Give honor, respect to this situation. And also, I have some herbs for you, Jennifer, to help you with that situation. So Sylvia asked, if I analyze yin and yang, I'm able to recognize the pattern better and react in aware state. Very good, Sylvia. So if any of you have more questions to ask, it is hard to know what we are. It's hard to know that we are spiritual being having a human experience, but it's also a great blessing for all. Okay. So first is about learn to see the yin yang, honor and see the yin yang. Then we can go yin yang he yi. Exactly. If you just say everything is one, which is then you have not seen the yin yang, because we are in the yin yang world. So you have not seen the real truth. You have not seen the natural law. So you need to learn this. Everything has a yin yang. We are in the yin yang world. Everything has a yin yang. And each side is equally valid. It's to Tao, everything, both sides equally valid. Okay, I'm just trying. When we don't judge, there's no bad. So Ingeborg asked, that means when we don't judge, there's no bad. Yes, if you don't judge, then you are stay in the zone, right? You stay in the zone. And so you're not creating either bad or good. You stay in a zone. Tao is stay in a zone, and Tao is embracing all possibilities. So so it's like Ingeborg, when you ask this question, you're still judging. You still think there's a bad. And the point is, good and bad are relative. Something is good for you, for another person could be the bad. Something bad for you and to another person can be good. Or something bad today for you, tomorrow it can be good to you. So let go of all judgment, honor, respect every side of everything. So Navidita asks, here's the Master Rulin, in the question of following natural way, is it true in this that this also, this has many layers. This is true, Navidita. Thank you for the question. Thank you everyone for the question. Thank you, Ingeborg, for your question. So it's good you ask the question so that, by exploring, by asking, and then you can become clear, right? So only when you ask can you become clear. So if you have question, let me see. Any question I have not answered, you can maybe put it again. Then I could answer you. And let me make sure I answered Caroline's question. So love has also, can you talk about yin and yang of love? And I think, this is my opinions, right? So yin yang has aspects, love has yin yang aspects. One is receiving love, one is giving love, right? And so, and both of this yin yang aspect of love is important. If we cannot receive love, then we cannot give love. If we don't give love, then we cannot receive love. So this is the yin yang of love. But the yin yang is, and the love is just purely honor, respect, and connecting, with everyone, everything. It's basically just a vibration, just vibration. So everyone, everything is love. Any more questions? So if not, we will close our session now, and I'll give everyone a blessing. Also, Nina has one more question. There are some yin-yang pairs, like light and dark, for example, that are fixed, but could there be some yin-yang pairs individual too, like for someone as is anger and the other passion or calmness. So there are, sorry, let me just try to make sure. There are some yin-yang pairs like light and dark, for example, that are fixed, but could there be some yin-yang pairs individually too? I don't understand, Nina. Like for example, for some person, one aspect is anger, the other passion or calmness. So anger and calmness can be a yin-yang pair. It's true. And the light and dark is a yin-yang pair. And both yes, both so that is so you were talking about whether they're relative, they're opposite. I'm not sure truly understand your question, Nina. So Monica just shared, yesterday when I received receipt at the food store, I felt the hand of cashier and felt pain vibration in my fingers from that. Sorry, it's too much. Was this my karma with this person or entanglement? As I asked forgiveness, the pain left. So in this case, the positive was to face this and the negative was to experience pain. Yes, Monica, exactly. So the pain is, yeah, you feel the pain. It looks like negative, but it's also good side because the pain comes up, help you to release your karma. So you could be aware of the pain and ask for forgiveness and release that karma. And then if that karma is released, then you do not have to be harmed in the future. So in this way, the more pain, it's actually good for it to help you to become liberated, empowered. Yes. So Nina said, so for one person, anger and passion could be a yin-yang pair, but another person, anger and calmness. Yeah, that's true. Yes, Nina, you're right. Yes. Yes, you can have many different kinds of yin-yang pairs. Yes, in different situations. And Caroline, I love your teaching because you always encourage us saying it's very easy to transform our karma, but there is also the truth that we have so much karma we could not clear it without Master Zhi in a short time. So both sides of it is true. Yeah, you are very right, Caroline. Both sides are true. And so we need to know both sides of that as well. Very good. Now you learn it, Caroline. Okay, I think you did very well, and I hope you truly get together, study this, and I hope this question answer session can be helpful to you. And looking forward to see you again next question sessions. And also each study group, you have more questions, and feel free also somehow submit to us. So thank you, Ingeborg. Thank you so much. And so I'll give you a blessing for you to truly understand the law of yin yang better, and I can apply it in a good way. Yeah, you see the little understanding today, a few examples can really help you understand the wisdom better. And I'm looking forward to this Wednesday have class. It's really going to take our understanding much deeper. Yeah, the first class could be, right now we're just starting. So be patient. It's okay to have questions and confusions. So the confusions is great. Yeah, the good side of confusion, or maybe even anxious, or whatever you're right now experiencing. There are also good side to it, because then you can be released and go deeper into your calmness and your wisdoms and in your enlightenment. I promise you, this is all going to worth your effort. But do more work. The more work you do, the more greater enlightenment and greater liberation and greater freedom you are going to experience. So the more difficulty right now you're experiencing with this class right now, the more liberation, the more empowerment you're going to experience later. So I congratulate you if you have difficulties right now, and really get together with others, and it's okay, if there is any challenges. Okay, so that is a good thing about this class. If the challenge also means great success is right behind your back. So yeah, so see everything. Remember that there's a Chinese story, and this man, he had a horse. He lost his horse. He lost his horse, and